today we'll be taking Copaxone. I've been on it for about well, I forget how long I've been on it, but really I was diagnosed in March 2012, March 9th 2012, and at first they had me on Rebiff. I woke up numb on the left side of my body. So they had me on Rebiff. I was on Rebiff, and then I went blind in my right eye, and so they upgraded me to Copaxone. Oh shit, Copaxone, and I was taking injectors. I don't really do the manual injections. It's kind of scary, so I got an Autoject pen. So how you do this is you load it, you push the front end, use the front end of it to load the trigger. Boom, it's loaded, right? It can't deploy without pressure. See? Safety. But it's loaded. Spring is loaded. Now the needle, the syringe, gets loaded in the front end, and I push it down. It's one click, and I kind of push another 2 clicks, so that's sitting in there. So now you could spin it together and attach it. Now, well, before I activate it, before I remove the cap. Well, you see here, I didn't fucking tell you. Well, it's already loaded. Fuck it, it's already loaded. I kind of fucked that up. I tried to pull it out, but I think I'm gonna push it back. Oh shit. It's loaded. See, it don't want to come out, so it is what. Leave it in there. Don't take it out. Don't try it. Okay, so my Copaxone calendar. Today is, I take it every other day, so I took it on Sunday on my left leg. Today's Tuesday, the 3rd, March 3rd, 2020, and I'm scheduled on the right leg. I was supposed to do it on the right leg, and I marked my time, 12:30 p.m. So the rotations is arms, hips, abs, and legs. So left arm, right arm, left hip, right hip, ab. I do it one time in the stomach, in the abs, in the stomach, and then left and right leg. So today is leg day, right leg day. If you do it properly, you'll take off your pants, like so, and get ready. I'll take off my pants for everyone on the internet. Okay. Boom. This is what my jewels. This is my junk. The junk on the internet. Alright, so I'm going for the right leg. Right, can you see? Right leg. So I get the little alcohol pad. And clean the area. Okay. And then, so here we pull off the red tab, which should take off. See? Took off the needle protector. And then shake out some drips in the air. Back in the day, I used to just put it down on my leg and push the button. But now, after doing it for a while, I pinch some meat, right? I pinch some meat up like this. Can you see? I pinch some meat up. I put the needle right on top of the meat mountain, right? So then I feel it less, kind of. So I say my 1, 2, 3 magic word, and then I push the button. because I have a problem pushing the button. It's scary, so I created a safety word, which is my dog's name. And when I say his name, I better push that fucking button to honor him, because he passed away. So I go 1, 2, 3 for Teddy, and I push it and I wait like about 10 seconds. There's a little window here on the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. I take it out. See, there's a little window there, and it has a red indicator. After once you push the button, the spring shoots it, and then you can see the red. So once you see the red, that means it's done. So yeah. So when you push that button, the flange gets pushed and squeezes it into you. And there's a red indicator there indicating that it's shot out, you know. So then you get your alcohol pad and you wipe the area if there's any blood coming out. What I like to do, I take that same plastic cap and I carefully put the needle back in it and protect it. Right? And I just throw it in this thing, in a sharps container. See, I throw it in the sharps container, boom, like that, and I take this to the hospital and I give it to the hospital and they get rid of it for me in the emergency room. I send it to the emergency room. That's why I go to the emergency room and I turn in the sharps container. I put my pants back on. Put my pants back on, and I put my pouch, my injector kit back in the pouch. It's called the Autoject 2. And after that, I smoke some weed, because there's side effects to the Copaxone that I call it smoking it out. I smoke it out with sativa. I don't use indica. Indica, for me, it reacts. For me, it reacts kind of different. So I smoke sativa, and that's what I'm gonna do. And that's how I take my Copaxone. I'm good for another 48 hours. So I take it again on Thursday the 5th, every 48 hours, every other day. And that's how I take Copaxone. Copaxone, yeah. I take 40 milligram of the Copaxone. And don't skip your medicine. I ran out of I got kicked off my insurance. I couldn't get no money about 2 years ago, so I was off Copaxone for 2 years. I was on marijuana just to combat it, and during that time, when I relapsed, I flared up and relapsed, and when that happened, I couldn't walk and I couldn't talk. It was fucked up. So I would not get myself off of medicine ever again. I learned my lesson in the hospital. The symptoms weren't that bad. The side effects wasn't as bad as not being able to walk and talk. So fuck that. I'm gonna stay on Copaxone until, you know, my neurologist says to take something else. But so far I've taken Rebif, and the Rebif, they changed me from Rebif to Copaxone after I went blind in my right eye. They call it optic neuritis, and that was fucked up. But it wasn't as bad. Yeah, 5 days on steroids, you got my eye back. I could see. It was like looking through a dirty window. And I could tell you everything, but maybe I should do another video. But that's how I take the medicine. Went from Rebif to Copaxone. After I got a flare-up, I couldn't, man, it was messed up. I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk and talk. Talking was like, can't hear first. Sounded like I was drunk. But it was the lesions on my cerebellum I took an MRI and there was lesions on my cerebellum, and it was afflicting my motor functions and speech. And ever since then, I just stayed on Copaxone. I didn't want to skip nothing. It took me about 3-4 months to get better. I thought I was permanently like that, but staying on a Copaxone, relaxing. Stress is a trigger. That's what I discovered. Stress is a trigger, so I try not to stress out. I got rid of every stressful thing, people, job, all work, all that stress, everything that bothered me, that would stress me out into a flare-up. I got rid of it. I stopped hanging out with people, stopped doing stressful things, and relaxed more, you know. So it's helped. Today is March 3rd, 2020, and I'd say I'm doing all right. I'm smoking sativa, Illinois Medical sativa. The strain I'm smoking today is called Aces High. It helps me with the fatigue, because I'm always fatigued and tired, so sativa is how I counter that. Sativa works, it works like a charm. I'm still taking data and documenting, so that's the truth coming from me. That's what I know. That's what I'm taking. I just shot that up in my body, Copaxone, and I keep a chart. And that's how I handle MS, multiple sclerosis. That's how I'm doing it. I'm in Chicago. That's what I'm doing.